Hey there, here we go. We're going to be doing assembly part 2. So try to get this puzzle cube all put together. And so here we go. Without further ado, let's have some fun and start working with Tinkercad. So go ahead and join the class right here. I haven't signed out, so I won't have to put in my password or code or whatever you call the thing. It just goes right into it now. So I guess if you don't sign out, that's the way to go. All right, so it's loading up what we've done. And you'll notice this is the puzzle cube. This is the last thing that we've done. What we want to do is add this blue piece. And as a matter of fact, why don't we copy that? And then we'll open this one next. So let's go ahead. We're going to do that blue piece. Remember, this is what we're trying to do. This is what we've done so far. We have these, the yellow, the green, and the red piece. They're all together right here. And now we're trying to get that blue piece to sit in there just like that. Kind of hard to see, but it goes right in there. Oops, just like that. And then that will sit something like this. And then, yeah, we're going to try to knock it out. So let me go ahead and open up this blue piece, and then we will copy it. And then we'll paste it into our assembly, puzzle cube assembly. There we go. So again, just as a reminder, in order to be able to make a copy of the piece, you actually have to click on it, and then you can make a copy of it. And that is supposed to be blue. Let me see what we got going on. Yeah, it is blue. Okay, and so we click on the piece or the part, click on that, and then we come over right below where it says Tinkercad, it says copy right here. So we'll want to go ahead and copy that. And then we will just close it. And then open up the assembly. That way we never have to worry about deleting the part that we've made or anything like that. Actually, this is really fun to figure out. Somehow we got to get that down in that hole right there. So we'll open that up, we'll tinker it. There we go. And all right, so it's looking good. We'll go ahead. For some reason, it's bringing me to the bottom. That's okay. And so we've got that piece. And now what we want to do is come up here and paste the piece we just copied. Okay, and we can move that over just a little bit. And we do want to make sure that that is on the grid the way it should be, because if it's not, then all of our moving it around later will be problematic. It does look like it's good. Oh, I take that back. It's slightly off. Yep. We're just going to move it just like that. Perfect. I sure am glad I checked that, because otherwise that would not have worked for us. Okay, so now we are going to have to move this around a little bit. And so the first thing we're going to want to do is we can move it this way. And let's click in 90 degrees on that. And depending upon how it lands on your platform, it may or may not be in the right spot. And so let's see here. Let's go 90 on that and then hit enter. And I think we want to do that one more time. There. Now it's just a matter of, let's take a look at this. We want to flip it around this way. So we'll go 90 degrees with that, and we'll keep doing 90 degrees until we get what we're looking for. And I think we're going to have to go one more time. There we go. So now this just needs to slide right into this slot. This will be over the top. This piece will slide right in here. Now we do want to make sure that, I'll make it just slightly bigger. This is off the ground, but it has to be off the ground by exactly from here to the bottom to the plane has to be 3/4 of an inch or 0.75. So let's just make sure and get that right where it needs to be. So we've got the ruler, clicking on the piece that we want to move. And now we need to look for a dimension. Right here it says it's up 3/8 from the work plane, but it needs to be more than that. It needs to be, let's see, 0.75. And then hit enter. It should lift it up just enough right there. And it does. So that's good. We can get rid of that ruler just by hitting escape. And now, if we click on this part again, we should be able to use the arrow keys to get it into place. Oop, went too far that way. It should slide it right into place like that. And I believe that should be right there. And we could take a look at it, grab the cube, spin it around. Oh, you can see, I thought it was in place, but it is not all the way in place. So I'm glad we took a look at that. Let's click on it again and hit this one that way and one this way. And now we'll take a look at it again. It should be in place. There it is. So this is cool that it's all right where it needs to be. So go ahead and save that. Just click on the Tinkercad up here, the dashboard. It'll save that, and then we just need to bring in one more part. The last part is the orange piece. We just need to bring that in, and we're going to set that orange piece. Whoop. It's kind of hard to hold all these pieces. So this is what it looks like. And then we're going to bring the orange piece right into that like that. And then once we've done that, we will have completed the cube. So let's go ahead and find that orange piece. There it is. We'll open it up. We'll tinker it. And this is the last piece. Boy, this is getting exciting to be able to do this. Probably one of the trickiest parts is getting the pieces at the right level so that you can move it over to where it needs to be. And that can be a little bit of a tricky part. So we're going to go ahead and, we're going to click on that piece. We're going to copy it, and we'll go back to save. We'll get it out of the way. There might be a faster way to do this. If you figure out a faster way to copy and paste it on the plane, next time we meet, tell me. I'm all ears. There's always new things to learn, new ways of doing stuff. But right now I know this works, but there may be a better way. So let me go ahead and click on Puzzle Cube and we'll tinker it. And then we'll bring in that orange piece and put it on top to finish off the puzzle cube. All right, so I'm just going to click right there, and we are going to paste. And there it is. So we'll move it away from the other piece. Again, we will want to make sure that this is on the grid. The last one was not on the grid, and that would have been really problematic. Let's take a quick look at that. I'm going to grab a hold of it and just move it to make sure it is on the grid. And it is now on the grid. Okay, perfect. So we'll go ahead, and now we need, see how this open spot needs to go around this part right here. Maybe we can turn that just a little bit. So here's, we got this part. You can see how that needs to go around here. So we do need to turn it to make it so that it will go around there. And so let's just click on this. I think it's this one right here. And we'll move it 90 degrees. But I have a hard time controlling which direction it's going to go. So it went 90 degrees, but it went the wrong way. So let's go. Uh-oh, now it's going crooked. Okay, so we got to go back to where it was. Okay, so let's try this again. This ought to be interesting. I'm going to go this way, click on the number, and then I'm just wondering if we can go a minus 90. Will it do that? And it does. So it goes the opposite direction when you go minus 90. That being the case, then what we need to do is we need to see where this is at. If it's, okay, it's on, it looks like it's on the surface. So what we want to do is we'll want to lift it up to this surface right here. And because that's 3/4 and 3/4 equals 1.5, 1.5, that's how high it needs to be. So let's go ahead and grab this ruler. And we'll grab the piece that, click on the piece that we want to move up. And you're going to want to look for a 0. Right here it says 0. All these are different numbers, but this one that says 0, click on that. And you want to put 1.5 and then hit enter. And that should lift it up to the same plane. And we can get rid of that ruler as well. That it should be able just to slide right in there. Now, I don't know if we can see this if we tilt it a little bit. Yeah, you can see it's right about at the right, it should be right on the money at the right plane. All right, so we're going to click on it and use the arrow keys just to get it to move over where we want it to be. Go right through the other piece, and we'll bring it forward. And that looks good, but let's just double check, because the last time I thought it looked good and it wasn't actually the way it needs to be. Well, it does look good to me, and you can flip it around and look at all the different sides and how that's put together. It's nice. One nice thing about using the cube is that you can can flip things around and see all the different sides and even the bottom and the back side. You can see it. You can see it all. That view is not the best. It started right there. And we ended up right there. That looks excellent. Okay, well, that should do it for me or for us. Hopefully, you'll be able to put all the pieces together. Now, keep in mind that when you copy and paste it onto the work plane or the platform, it may not paste exactly the way it pasted for me. So you may need to change it and make it go a different direction, flip it around using those arrows until you get it the way you need it to be. I don't know if there's any way of controlling that to make it land exactly the way it landed for me. I don't think there is. So you just have to keep twisting it and turning it until it fits in right and you get it at the right level, and then you slide it over onto the piece. That should do it for me. You guys have a great day. You want to make sure to save it, because it's an awful lot of work to not save it. And that should do it. You guys have a great day.